Welcome to Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast.
Well, welcome into Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast. You can currently find us on Apple and Spotify. I'm having some issues with the webpage. I'm going to try to get this stuff sorted, but if it ever gets back up, it'll be avgffpod.com.
Who are you?
I'm Daniel.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm your host, Daniel Hayes, with Matt Baker.
That's me.
And Larry, the bus driver.
Yo,
Cowan.
dogs.
We got a beer of the week. We wanted to kind of spotlight a very small brewery that doesn't get a ton of press. Angry Orchard. No,
Nobody's ever heard of these people.
Yeah, nobody's ever heard.
This is a wicked cool looking can, though.
This one is too. So these are hard ciders, actually. It's gluten-free. It's 5% alcohol by volume. This one's called Berry Smash.
This one's a Tropical Storm.
Berry Smash was the title of my third sex tape. But
Who's Barry?
God. I don't know, but he got an extra $20, I'm sure.
good Lord. I like the Berry Smash. It's a little tart.
I like the Tropical Storm, man.
All right, we're gonna switch up.
It's a little sweet for me, but I'm still on top of that.
That should be your adult film
The
star
Tropical
name.
Storm.
This is my jam right here.
Well, yeah, that's good.
Oh,
The
God,
Tropical
yeah,
Storm
this is-
smacks.
This one just hits lightly. It's not quite a smack, but it's pretty damn close. I like this. Like the Tropical Storm's good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But this is my kind of. I like the blue raspberry.
The question
blue
is,
raspberry.
does it spit in your mouth first?
Oh,
Bus was telling
Yes.
us about a bar that you can go to have women spit drinks into your mouth and slap you in the face, or slap you in the
Apparently.
face and then spit drinks in your
Yeah.
mouth. I'm currently trying to get the address for such a place.
I'm currently trying to get the address so I can never go there.
But
man, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not mad at that. That's good.
yeah, Baker's looking for a bar where homeless guys slap you and spit in your mouth.
I'm looking for one that I get to spit in their mouth first. Then they slap me and spit it back. That's what I'm looking for. I want some exchange. I don't want
yeah.
it just given to me. I
This
want
is
it.
just an average weird sexual stuff podcast.
I hope you got the parental advisory on this one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Already broke the
Sorry
rules.
if any kids heard that. It's just some weird stuff adults do. It's like
Yeah,
it's like being fed by a mommy bird.
Look, it's norm. It's the norm now. So I'm sure they're probably over there going, "Mom, Dad, do y'all do this? We already do." So
All right. Well, today we're going to talk about some current mid-round ADP values that we're going to be looking for if we do some redraft drafts, and some of these may climb up depending on what goes on during the preseason. But if they're still where they are when you're drafting, this is people we think you should be targeting in those mid rounds. I do want to mention that we used to do what's called a best average best ball league. It was kind of a competition amongst us. We haven't done it in a couple of years. We're going to fire it back up this year. We'll do it later once the ADP becomes more consistent with what's going on. So when we get closer to the redraft season, we'll do with the three of us, and we'll bring Terrell into it, and we'll fire that back up. It's just a little competition to kind of see. We can only draft players that are from 6 to 10. From the 6th round to the 10th round of the current ADPs. So,
then we run best ball, and it factors out to as compared to ADP and where they finished. You
and
get
by the end of the year,
points.
like the league itself doesn't really matter. The competition really is we give points. Like say you draft somebody who is. We do it by. I can't remember. Do we do it by their positional value?
Yes, we
okay,
do.
so
going
like
off
if you took Mekhi Lemon at wide receiver 38 and he finishes his year at wide receiver, 28, then you would get 10 points.
You get 10 points,
and you add that up for every player. And then we do, like if the guy's injured more than I think we say 6 weeks of the season, we don't use their stats.
Yeah, you don't even get. They don't go against you. But we also only collect we have a bench.
Yeah.
And then you have a play. So
starting lineup.
We do a full starting
best starting lineup.
Your best starting lineup, and then we take those points. It's a little bit of work on my behalf but I enjoy it. I like.
He does. I have to do all the plus ones and the minus ones.
I do all the plus ones and minus ones. I'm on
I'm
top
sure
of that.
there's an app that could do it for you these days.
It's not because it's so what's the word? Niche. Yeah, it's because we only play off of certain rounds, so certain players. But it's not difficult. It's just I write everybody's team down. I pick up the best lineup and I write it down, and then I write down where they were drafted and where they finished, and then I subtract.
The first year we had, because you have to have 4 teams to do it.
Oh yeah.
The first year we just did it with me, him, and Terrell, and we had the computer as the 4th team. And they auto drafted, and so we're drafting all these mid-round players. They were stacked.
Yeah,
they went undefeated and won the league championship.
Wins and losses wasn't even close.
No,
but that's not what we were going for.
No,
anyways,
yeah,
but yeah,
we were just competing between the 3 of us to see, because Eddie's like, every time I remember when we first started the podcast. Anytime we did a mock draft or something, we wanted to keep the team because we're like, I want to know what this team's going to do. And it's like, bro, if we keep every team that we mock draft, we'll have 1,475 leagues. Well, that kind of was what happened with that best ball. We were just going to do it on paper. We did do the draft on paper. And then Terrell actually created the league and put everything in there because he wanted to see it play out the way it was. And so then I'm like, well, we got to have 4. This other team, I should have went in and just benched all the players on the computer team, but it was just funny to watch them just walk the dog on us every week.
Yeah, there was weeks that I scored like 80 points and it scored like 290. Yeah. Like it was
the computer literally got the top 15 best players that won it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
it was crazy.
All right, well, let's hit some news real quick, and then we'll move into some mid-round value. Let's see, is this the right button? I feel like this is way too intense for the news that I'm about to give, but this is what we got. Cam Scadaboo is doing team drills, is in line to start the season. They're saying that he's actually looking great out there doing the team drills, so that's good news. I think there's some concern based off the injury and the time that he got it last year that he may not start the season. So if he's out there doing drills now and doing good, so
that boy is a machine.
Too. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
get everything you get out of him until he gets 14 concussions. So
well,
you get a couple years out of him. I do have a trade offer sitting with him involved. I need to go back and revisit, but
Harold Fanning is not practicing currently. It's undisclosed. The team won't even tell you why. So we don't know if it's a personal issue, if it's an injury issue. Where the time of year they don't have to tell us shit, so they decided not to.
I have the inside scoop. His girlfriend broke up with him. He'll be all right in a couple weeks. You know how it is.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like you said before the podcast. You generally don't get too concerned about this time of year.
Yeah.
If we get closer, obviously, to the season and he's still not playing, and then that can become worrisome. Jacoby Brissett finally showed up to OTAs.
Oh man.
I think he was getting scared that
he wasn't going to get any money.
The most punchable face that's ever existed was going to take his job.
Yeah, I was wondering, if they. I mean, it's going to be a terrible season anyway. I mean, Jacoby Brissett holds the job down.
Yeah,
but they don't win.
No. I don't think Brissett plays the whole season because I think once you
got to try him at some point.
Yeah,
they're going to put Carson back in.
Yeah, I think Carson Beck's probably going to get half the season to play because unless something crazy happens and they somehow are in the playoff contention late in the season, at some point they're going to go, well, we'll just see what we got.
Yeah,
with Beck. And then I will definitely not be watching any Arizona games after that.
Well, hopefully they got the guard on their helmet
visor,
like the one they put on Lamar's. We got to think for ugly Lamar, man. Carson we don't have to look at him near as much.
It's like an accumulation of every '80s bully put into one face.
Yeah.
Nowadays though they could just AI the face.
They should be able. Yeah, they should definitely just AI his face.
Totally AI his face.
It could be like Keanu Reeves under there or something.
Let's see. Christian Watson got paid. He is now a gazillionaire. He got a 4-year, $110.5 million contract with 31 of that guaranteed. They have made an investment in him as the dude up in Green Bay. What are your thoughts on that, Baker?
He is their best receiver. I talked about it before the podcast. I mean, if you're gonna, it's this wide receiver market's tough with paying the guys you have on your team that are doing the best. Whether I feel that he's worth that money, it's to me, as long as he stays healthy, which he hasn't really done, that's the hard problem. And you're running that risk. I feel like it's similar to the Alec Pierce signing, except for I just feel that it's too much money for what they've proven to us on the field.
Right.
Over, but I feel like his value is way better than Alec Pierce's, if that makes sense. Like,
You think so?
I do. I think he's a better wide receiver than Alec Pierce is.
I
Even
agree
though
with you,
Alec
but I will
Pierce
say
is,
that Alec Pierce has actually had a breakout last year, whereas obviously he only played 10 games Watson only played 10 games last season.
I don't think he's played a full season yet, and it's always
that's part of the issue too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think it's too much money, in my opinion. But he is the best they have. If that, makes sense.
he helped me get a championship last season in a league.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, me too.
Because towards the end of the season, like week 11, he was wide receiver 6. Then in week 13 is wide receiver 12. Week 14 is wide receiver 6, and then he fell off a little bit, those two. And then championship week, he was wide receiver 5 for the week. I think he, like you said, I think he's definitely got potential to be a really good back. What are your thoughts on it, Bus?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Alec Pierce because those two were drafted closely in the draft together, and they were compared so much during that draft time. And I used to get those two mixed up all the time, but careers are playing out somewhat similar if you think about it.
Yeah.
The guy, when he's on the field, he is highly productive, in my opinion. He's just injury prone. Other than that, though, I mean, he's the profile of a great, maybe somewhat small X receiver, but definitely better than a slot.
I mean, he's not that small. He's 6'4", 208 pounds.
208 though that's not like Julio Jones. But,
no, I mean he's definitely not thick, but he's definitely got the height for it.
And maybe I'm just old school thinking at this point because I always think I want that dominant, just bruiser outside guy, you know. But then again, the NFL is going away from that. And there's not many of those guys left anymore.
That's most of those are the tight ends, anyways.
See, guys like that back in the day, 6'4", 200 pounds, that would be a power slot guy. You know, the same thing with Drake London.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those guys wouldn't have been the big dominant outside guy back in the day, but they are now. So, but anyways, I like Christian.
Well, I don't
Watson.
know. I mean, Megatron was a big dude. He was definitely a dominant outside guy. Larry Fitzgerald was a
that's
pretty
what
big
I'm saying.
dude.
That was back in the day.
Yeah. They were dominant outside guys. They weren't power slots.
No, he's saying that's what was.
That's
then.
what it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we don't have that kind of.
Oh, I thought you were saying back in the day, if you were that size, you would have been a power.
No. That's what it is now.
He said Christian Watson is or should be a power slot with his size.
Gotcha. I'm with you.
Looking for that, 6'4" and 215, 220.
Yeah, but I mean, DK
there,
still plays outside. That dude's an absolute house.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But that's a dying breed.
Yeah, it's not as common as it used to be.
Yeah.
Now,
the Mike Evans. Even AJ Brown. Those guys. They're not coming into the league every single year like they used to.
Yeah.
Now you get the Makai Lemons and whatnot.
I mean, I still think that at 6'4", 208 is a good size. I think what you're probably, because I didn't know he's that big either. He doesn't play that size. When he's out there, I don't know how much does Mike Evans weigh? I don't think he weighs much more than 208, but he definitely plays bigger than Christian Watson does. I'll tell you that.
6'5", 231.
Okay, well, all right. Well,
and that's what I was saying. Like 6'4", 6'5", 220, 230, somewhere. That's kind of where I was like,
that's the big dominant outside.
Your Kenny Galladay's. Kenny Galladay was like 6'4", 228, something like that. He was a big dude. Like
that's crazy.
Just
I never pictured Kenny Galladay being that big, but
it's weird. Like, I don't know. Like you said, you don't see it as most of the tight ends are that big.
I mean, you got the Slim Reaper. What is he, like 6 foot, 114 pounds?
Yeah, pretty close.
Does he weigh that much? Hold on.
If you get him wet.
Yeah, no, I mean, I see what it is.
You know who was a big dominant outside? Steve Smith, baby. 5'9", $180, and he'd absolutely eat your lunch.
Nobody's ever said big and Steve Smith in the same sentence.
He played bigger than he was, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he was. I'll give him that.
He was an absolute dog. And he'd square up against anybody of any size.
Oh, yeah, no
doubt. Every now and then you get that Spud Webb out there.
Oh, yeah.
You talking about Wan'Dale Robinson? Is that who we're bringing up now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's my only hiccup. I mean, it's hard to like put that price on a person
that hasn't really proven. I mean, he's averaged 5 touchdowns a year over 4 years, but he's yet to even break 700 yards. Like you said, I don't know that he's played an entire season.
But
as Bus says, when he's out there, dude, he performs for the most part.
I don't want to take away from his talent. I mean, they see something, they like it, it's their money.
Well, I think the big thing is they only guaranteed 31 of the 110. I mean, somebody else has got a big contract that they guaranteed. It was like the opposite. They guaranteed 80% of the money that they got. That's when they guaranteed 30%. So I think the guaranteed money kind of speaks to the fact that, hey, bro, you don't stay healthy.
Yeah, we need to make sure.
So out of those 4 years, that probably the last 2 might even be voidable, or at least the last one is probably voidable as well. And so they can get out of it after 2 or 3 years, I'm sure. But
because Pierce is guaranteed 60 million of his contract.
Yeah,
so, I mean that's
Yeah, but somebody just got paid last podcast. I might have it up here. Drake London, he got 141. 100 of it was guaranteed.
Yeah, and he's been healthy the whole time,
right? And so he's healthy. He's out there. He's shown that he can do it, and so I think that's probably part of them protecting themselves. Going, yeah, we're gonna make it look good on paper, but in reality, you probably aren't going to see the full 110 of this.
And 30 million is change in the NFL anymore. I mean, that's a 1-year contract. So, I mean, they're like you
I
said,
wouldn't be surprised if he goes out this year and absolutely balls out, then he didn't get another contract next year.
Get an extension or something, or reworked up.
Rework it.
Yeah. So, all right. And then the last thing on here is, speaking of wide receivers that haven't lived up to their money, Brandon Ayuk has an arrest warrant issued. And then we just had a blurb come across a second ago that says that Brandon Ayuk's taking shots. Yeah, this is straight off the presses right here. Brandon Ayuk fires a shot at San Francisco. He says, "You want to know why they really mad though? They mad because they stupid. They mad because they paid me $50 million in 8 months and then voided my guarantees for 2027. And I'm about to be on a new team in 2026. They mad at themselves." You know what? There's very few people that sound as smart as their face makes them look, because there's a picture of Drake London and he doesn't look like a smart person.
He does not come across as
this guy, he's going to be out of the league in a couple of years. He does not have the right mentality, and based off of what we're seeing, as somebody who's like needs to be humbled a bit and understand that they still haven't really earned anything in this league. He had one good year, got paid for it, and then has been straight ass cheeks since then.
Yeah,
even when he played the year he got injured, he was asshole. He was terrible. So
it was bad.
Wasn't it even in his best year though? Debo was better, right?
Yeah.
He finished higher. Debo was utilized more too, though. But
he was doing the hybrid role.
Yeah, he was kind of playing that.
Man, those are the days, man. When Debo was running back / wide, he was a wide back.
Yeah.
Oh God, man, to have Debo that fantasy year was like,
oh yeah,
that's one of those where you just remember that, because he had 800. I think he had 800 yards rushing that year, along with like 1,200 yards receiving or something crazy.
Yeah, well, he outperformed Cooper Kupp if you add in the rushing on top of it.
Yeah. Let's see. Brandon Ayuk's best year. Well, he's had 2 decent years. I'll tell you the back. He's
wide receiver 14
and 15. Yeah. He had 2 years where he broke 1,000 yards, had 7, 8 receptions. I mean, even the year before that, he was in the mid 30s at wide receiver. But since then, since he got paid, he played 7 games in 2024, 0 games last year.
And in those 7 games, he was wide receiver 66, wide receiver 40, 48, 59, 11, 59, and 66. So
he was 103rd overall.
Yeah.
And he's talking like he's Jamar Chase.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. Everybody wants me.
Yeah, no, it's... Yeah. I was actually shocked they gave him a contract, honestly. Like, when it came across the wire that they were paying him, don't get me wrong, he had 2 good years, but it wasn't like I saw anything that made him look amazingly.
I mean, he had over 1,000 yards, and I mean, he finished at wide receiver 14, wide receiver 15. So that's a good year.
Well,
decent.
He had 1,300 yards, but it was like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and it was just. I mean, but to get I don't know.
It's better than what Alec Pierce got paid for, and definitely better than what Christian Watson just got paid for.
I'm even more shocked by those. Yeah. Like it's every year the NFL shocks me with what they give.
I'd rather have Christian Watson than Brandon Ayuk.
I'd rather have Alec Pierce
right now. But when he put up those years, I would have rather had Ayuk than the Christian Watson, because he had proved it.
Watson was in his rookie season.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you take Watson from today with his current stats, and you go back to, say, I just finished, say 2025 was him just finishing that second year where he finishes wide receiver 14, and you have those two, and one of them, they both get paid. I would rather have Ayuk. Now that we know that he's a freaking moron and a doofus and all this stuff, we had a little bit of the rumblings of that early in his career based off how Shanahan had dealt with him, putting him in the doghouse. He wasn't studying the playbook and all this stuff. But you figured once he had those 2 good seasons where he broke 1,000 yards both years, finished with like, I think 5 or 6 touchdowns both years, you were thinking, all right, this dude's ready to become the dude. They paid him to be the dude, and then he's disappeared. So, yeah, I mean, I would have been wrong to choose him over Watson. But if you take away the last 2 seasons of his stupidity and you put me back in the place where he had just finished that year and got paid, I mean, I'm still invested in him.
I feel like if you put Watson on the 49ers instead of Ayuk those 2 years, Watson finishes out better than Ayuk does.
There you go.
Well, yeah, that might be true.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but
that's
Watson can't stay healthy enough to do that. And the 49ers are notorious for having the most unhealthy team. So he would have been probably more injured.
Well, if they would move away from the power plant.
Maybe it's opposite of where they're at. Maybe if Christian Watson was supposed to be on the 49ers, because he's like Christian McCaffrey. There's nobody to take injuries from on the Green Bay. So he goes to the 49ers. He starts absorbing their powers.
Well, Josh Jacobs was absorbing everybo's powers, apparently.
He definitely was. Now he's using those powers to fight the court system.
He's fight somebody. Got him in this shit to begin with.
I mean, I hope that clears up because there's no running back there. We're gonna have to draft Jaden Reed just for Jaden Reed, baby, to the moon, to the moon.
I don't believe it, but I would love if they just put him in running back.
Don't worry about it.
Jaden Reed back
Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah.
Debo is still a free agent.
I know he's still a free agent. out there.
Debo could come in and be a wide back for Green Bay.
That would be gold, man. I would love that too. But
all right, well, that's the news. Let's roll into with some great keyboard and bass play. Let's roll into some mid-round values.
you know what would blow everybody's mind?
What?
If like we took like 2 weeks off the podcast and all went and learned instruments and came back and performed it live. I mean, it's never going to happen, but it would blow everybody's mind, man.
Look, as long as I can do it on the keytar, I'm down because I'm 100% convinced that whoever plays in there is playing a keytar.
He's got gel in his hair.
He's got it's long though. He's in a ponytail and he's wearing sunglasses and like a silky shirt, a silky shirt that like flows in the breeze, and some stonewashed jeans.
The bass player has to wear some like pleated slacks.
Yeah, he looks like
the
an
old
accountant.
school bass player.
Yeah, the bass player, if he's not playing bass, you're like, that guy works in an accounting firm.
Correct. Yes.
Absolutely.
And the horns player is like a 60-year-old black dude.
Oh yeah.
He's like he calls he's like he always has like very sage advice for everybody.
And he refers to everybody as Young Buck.
Yeah. Get over here, young buck, to show you how this trumpet works.
And we've never seen the singer. We've never heard the singer.
Yeah, we don't know
but he's a bit eccentric.
He's
always.
Oh yeah, he's got like a Hawaiian shirt on.
Yes.
His hair's like everywhere. He's wearing sunglasses.
Oh yeah,
and jorts.
And a mohawk under a baseball
cap. And he hates that song because he doesn't get to sing, and he doesn't play any instruments. So,
he hates that song because he'd rather be doing metal.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, there it is for the breakdown of that. So we're looking at mid-round value. So we're just basically, like I said, we're looking at players currently going from round 6 to round 10. So that's basically pick 72 overall to pick 120 overall. So we got some players that we want to bring up. So you can go ahead and kick off with the first player you want to talk about, Bus, that you think is a mid-round value right now.
Yeah, man. Look at Quentin Johnston down there at wide receiver 43.
Yep.
Man, if you look back at his last 2 seasons, he's actually been gold.
He has.
And it's crazy because he gets this narrative around him like, he's a
stone
bust.
hands.
He can't catch.
Yeah, he's stone hands.
But look at his stats. I mean,
last year he helped me. He guided me through the darkness in a league, a 32-man
Yeah.
league. I ended up getting
Yes.
him, and it just
I traded him to you.
yeah. He guided me through the darkness and helped me, and then I got rid of him just in the nick of time. When it fell off, that's when I got rid of him. It was just before. It was perfect.
Bro, his rookie season, by the end of his rookie season, we're like, all right, this is a flat flop bust right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This guy absolutely blows. TCU was a facade. Yeah, he's never going to be anything. Second season, he actually breaks out with Lad McConkey showing up also, and they both
Yeah.
had decent seasons, man. But
I mean, he still has yet to break 100 yards receiving, but he has got 8 touchdowns to supplement the low yardage numbers in the last 2 years. He's still catching just barely over half his passes though, so that's still a little worrisome. But you're talking about Mike McDaniel's now the OC up there. You got that Mike McDaniel offense coming to town, and their O line is going to be healthy to start the season. So, and right now Keenan's not there, so the targets are available.
oh yeah,
Yep.
He's really the only true outside receiver they have on that team. You know, Lad's more of a slot guy.
oh yeah, power slot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rookie from last year, he hasn't really done anything yet. They hope he's going to step up.
Trey Harris.
Trey Harris. I wanted to say Torrey Horton, and I knew that was wrong because he's with Seattle,
Yeah,
but
that's
I wasn't
Seattle.
going to try it. So yeah, Trey Harris still hasn't really done anything, but they're hoping he steps up this year. But right now, it's like it's him and Ladd.
Gadsden.
Yeah,
Gadsden,
Gadsden. Yeah. But they also brought in Njoku. So
I think it's gonna help out Omari and Hampton too. I mean, you know, Mike McDaniel's utilized Achane
oh, absolutely.
a ton in the past game on the dump offs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's another thing. You know, some of those targets we're talking about Keenan Allen's missing. I think, you know, there's a good
Yeah.
chance that some of that ends up going.
And having the
His way.
dual tight end concepts out there, that's going to draw the double coverage away
Yeah.
from your X receiver. So
Yeah, and
he's
if
going
they-
to have more open shots.
And he's going to be on the field in every set because he's their number one, I think, right now.
Yeah, he's
as
gotta
far as
be,
wide
yeah.
receiver. And so it's like it's still up in the air when they do run those dual tight end sets. Is Ladd even going to be on the field during those sets? You know, he might be there if Trey Harris ends up getting the the Y.
Yeah.
Then
Then you don't need a slot when you're running two tight ends.
you're running the 12. So, but yeah, I had Quentin. He was on my list. I love that pick. He's definitely somebody I'm targeting if he stays in those mid rounds. So you just, if you want to keep him in the mid rounds, you just got to hope there's no camp hype come out, where everybody's like, oh man, Quentin Johnson's balling in this new offense. You want everything to stay quiet so you can sneak him.
Exactly.
Because
Same way it's been for him for 3 years. It's got that narrative that, this
He
guy
can't catch,
is a bust. Yeah.
All right, Baker, who you got?
All right, I'm gonna go with somebody that I'm finally getting on board with. It's probably too late, but Tony Pollard.
He's on my list as well.
Running
Y'all
back 31.
killing my list.
I mean, well, this is a guy that for 4 straight years has gotten over 1,000 rushing yards.
Yeah.
And I mean, Tajay Spears in his coming out has not proven that he's going to take that backfield. So if they do, like with Cam Ward getting better with the coaching and everything at the last we talked about, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception in the last 10 weeks of the season, that progressively made Tony Pollard bigger and moved him up to RB24 last year.
Yeah.
If he still gets 17, 18 touches and plays the entire season, this guy's going to finish exactly where he was last year, 22, 21, 24.
He's
7, 8 spots
He's a
ahead
great
of where you're
flex
getting him
spot,
right now.
running back 2 if you can get him.
Exactly.
He's going to get the work. Brian Daboll, he can make running backs look good in his system. Tony Pollard is a pass catching back too, so they will spell him with Tajay Spears, but they don't have to pull him off the field.
And I mean, he's literally had over 1,000 yards 4 seasons in a row now, and his touchdowns were down last year. But I mean, with
the team was ass last year offensively.
With
So.
everything getting better, the run game gets better, the pass game gets better, everything looks better. He gets 8 touchdowns this year. If he's a touchdown machine this year, then he's going to be 19, running back 19, running back 18.
Yeah.
For the
how
price
many
of
did he have
RB3,
last year?
5.
So if he gets up closer to 10,
what I'm
if he
saying,
gets up at, what did he have the year before last?
7, but he had more yardage.
Yeah.
And more. He had more touches because Tajay didn't play all year.
And if
just about,
as the offense improves, his opportunity to score is going to improve.
exactly.
And so-
When the pass game is more of a threat, the running backs get better yardage. So I mean, it all kind of plays into it. But I think it's going to be a good year for not a big year. I don't think he's going to come out here.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to run RB1, but I mean, like you said, right now he's being drafted as RB31. He's finished in the 20s the last 2 years, so that's value.
Exactly. I mean, if you look at the last 4 years, he was RB8, RB14, RB21, RB23.
Yeah, he's never even finished really close to where he's being currently drafted.
Exactly. So I mean, it's got really high upside. I think
he has kind of that same stigma in what Bus was talking about with Quentin Johnson. Everybody just thinks he's ass, but he just puts up numbers.
Yeah, he just secretively, quietly puts up 4.5 yards a carry and 5 touchdowns, and along with 30, he had 33 receptions last year. So I mean, there's still that too. You know, so
well, it's crazy because him being the backup with Dallas for so long gave him that stigma.
Yeah.
But then he comes over to the Titans, and surprisingly, that offense is way better than we thought it was going to be. I would have said Tajay Spears coming into the league was the better talent.
Yeah.
But apparently he's just in that role. The only thing I'd be worried about is if Nick Singleton somehow shows up and takes over. But other than that offense this year, that whole team is going to be way better than anyone expects them to be, in my opinion.
Yeah. I've said it early in the season. They're one of my sneaky, like, dark horse teams that could really make some noise. It's a tough division. You know, you got to go against the Jaguars and Houston, who have kind of run that division the last couple of years. But I don't think, the Jaguars are on the uprise. The Texans are still up in the air with me. They could be knocked down a peg if Tennessee, took off. I really like the coaching that they've got there. They have a really good defensive coordinator as a head coach, and now they have Dayball, who I think is a really good offensive coordinator. So I think there's going to be some stability there. So that's going to really help them. And it's going to be interesting to see Cam in his second year. He finished the season out last year with 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. I think in like the last, 10 or 11 games. So it's like he started out like garbage, and then he showed what he could do. So
I didn't even think about it until you just said it, but how good that division could be this
year.
Yeah. That could be one of those divisions that puts 3 teams into the playoffs. Yeah,
because there's who's the low
Texans
team?
Might be by the end of the season. They might be the low man on the totem pole.
Yeah, because who's the 4th team? The Texans? Is it the Dolphins?
No, Texans.
Dolphins are in the East.
Jaguars, the Colts.
That's it. Yeah, the Colts are another sneaky team too. If Daniel Jones can stay healthy.
Yeah, if they return to what they were doing last season, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That division is stacked.
Yeah, that could be a pretty nasty division down there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, since y'all keep sniping my list, so go back to you, Bus. I'll let you bring up who's the next player you got.
Oh, bro, think about this. If you are in a 2 QB league and you start off your draft with Josh Allen, or Lamar Jackson or something like that, you get all the way down to like round 8 and you're ready for your second quarterback, and you take Patrick Mahomes and he returns to prominence of what he could be.
I mean, he was a QB3 most of the season last year.
Yeah.
Till the injury.
Dude, he is at QB14 right now.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
That sounds like insanity. I mean, I get it. We lived through the past 2 seasons, so we know why he's there at this point.
Yeah.
But he still was at one time considered the best quarterback. Some people would say the best quarterback to ever play the game.
Of all time, yeah.
Yeah, so if he returns to prominence and he goes back up, gives you QB2, QB3 numbers, you are dominating that league. As long as you didn't draft idiotically for your wide receivers and running backs and whatnot. But you're taking him 96 overall?
Yeah.
Dude, I will stack a team like hell with QB2 as Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. I mean, Brock Purdy's going in front of him right now. If I had to choose between those two, I'm taking Mahomes on the upside. I like Brock Purdy, but Mahomes will at least use his legs. That was kind of what he was doing last year that kept him in that top 5 QB range till he got hurt. Goff is going right after him. I'd rather have Mahomes over Goff.
Absolutely.
Kyler, we don't know what's going to go on there. So, yeah, to get Mahomes this late in the draft, it would definitely be a steal, I believe. I agree with that 100%.
Who's a few spots ahead? Jackson Dart.
Well, you got Stafford, I think, is being drafted too high at QB12.
If Stafford returns to the mean, then you're going to want Mahomes.
Yeah. Dart's up there at QB11.
Dart's kind of a wild card still at this point.
Yeah. I think
he had games that were just the worst you could ever.
Yeah.
He's the reason I didn't make the playoffs in one of our dynasty leagues. because he scored me
Negative points.
0.6 points 1 week. Like, I mean,
dude, that game was
oh my
stupid.
God. I lost my mind that week. Every other person on my team outperformed
Wasn't that
themselves.
against like the
And
Texans or Jaguars?
Was
It was
it?
the South teams.
It might have been the Texans.
I don't remember
right?
who it was, but I know it was the worst game.
Run. It's just nonstop.
It was terrible. Yeah, it was.
I don't know
absolute
what the
terrible
game plan was for that, but that was stupid.
It was a very bad game. I was very upset with myself.
And the one
I could have played Kirk Cousins, or
he
not Kirk
finally
Cousins.
passed in quarter 3, and then it was like
I don't know who Kirk
interception or
Cousins
something.
is.
King Cousins,
Oh.
but it was. I could have played. I benched Trevor Lawrence that
Oh,
week
God.
to play Jackson Dart.
Oh God.
Oh my God! The worst night of my life. Worst. I think
Damn.
Trevor Lawrence put up 40 points that way. It was like a 3 touchdown rushing week. It was the worst. And Jackson Dart scored .02. It was against Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Minnesota.
Yeah, he had 13 attempts for 7 completions and 33 yards.
God.
And he had 1 interception and then 2 rushes for 7 yards. That was the whole game. I was so mad at myself. It was.
I think he got benched in the game. Did he play 100%
Week
of the
16, he
snaps?
played 100% of the snaps.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
That's week 16. That was the
playoffs.
reason I did not win.
That was semis.
Because I had Trevor Lawrence that week. I swear on my bench for like 37 points or something, and I lost by like 2 points.
Damn.
It was not even. It was the worst. I thought I was almost done with fantasy that day. I almost left fantasy forever that day.
Yeah, well, like I'd be interested to know who Trevor was playing that scared you off of him, because Minnesota's a pretty good defense.
Yeah.
To go with Dart over,
I think it was
Trevor.
because Dart averaged like 27 points a game the 3 games leading to that. No matter the
and
defense.
then after that also.
And it was just that one week 16. Trevor played Denver.
Oh, yeah, that was a tough defense
He put up 31.1 points.
Yeah, because it was a shootout game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember.
He had 6 rushes for 20 yards. He threw 3 passing touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
Dude scored all the points.
Bro, I would have cried. I would have absolutely.
No, I was in
I was
tears.
5 years old. I would have cried.
I was losing my ever-loving mind.
Yeah. Like I've done things like that. I've started people that I should have benched, and
Of course. Yeah.
but a lot of times when I do that and I lose, I was getting my doors blown off anyway. It didn't matter
Yeah, it
who I
doesn't
could have
matter.
started. But for that to make a decision that hurts.
I mean, you think it's 31 point difference.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally, so it wouldn't have mattered. I think I lost by 2 points that week in the semifinals.
Yeah, that hurts.
And I was so.
Well,
So sad.
instead of reliving that terrible memory, who's your next on your list?
I'm gonna stick with the quarterback theme. I know you kind of said you take Patrick Mahomes over him, but I mean, Jared Goff at QB 15. Look, there's very little that's changed with that offense. There's as far as like overall everything, and this dude hasn't finished outside the top 10 in the last 4 years. Like, he has been a top 10 fantasy quarterback in 4 years with the Detroit Lions. He's still got all the same targets. He's still got the same offense, the same everything's all
The offense is
pretty
different.
close.
I mean,
to
it's
the same.
I mean, they have different offensive coordinators. Ben Johnson left. They fired their offensive coordinator from last year because of how bad they played. So, I
fantasy-wise-
think the system is going to be similar, but it's definitely new. But you're right about the weapons. He has all the same weapons.
And at QB 15, you're drafting him right now. I mean, that's better back because he hasn't. His lowest finish in the last 4 years is QB 10.
Right. I agree with that. And that was last year when he finished 10, right?
He finished 9 last year. He finished 10
Yeah, I didn't think
in
he finished that high
2022.
last year.
He was 6 the year before, 7 the year before that. I mean, he's just
He's thrown for over. I mean, he's averaged over 30 touchdowns the last 4 years.
over 4,500 yards.
Yeah.
The last 4 years. Like to get him at QB 15 seems like a crime. I mean, realistically, this is who's going at QB 10 right now. Let's say worst case scenario, QB 10.
The 9 right now is Dak. Dak's fine. Dak does is finish
Dak's
his
going to be
QB1.
there. But right
Trevor.
now, Trevor Lawrence.
I'd rather have Trevor over Goff.
Trevor
Yeah, I would
finished.
too,
Trevor
right
finished
now,
10 last year, which was just.
But he
But I
was
definitely wouldn't-
balling at the end of the season.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So-
I wouldn't take him over. I would take Goff over Dart.
And there's an argument to be had over Stafford, over Dart.
I would take Goff over Stafford. Stafford to me is way too high. If we're looking at non-values at QB 12 right now, I'm not taking Stafford.
But I'm just.
I would take him over Purdy. I wouldn't take him over Mahomes. So yeah,
It's
he definitely,
like I said,
he should be up around 12, 13.
That's what
for
I
sure.
figure. At the minimum, he should be at 12. I figure he hasn't finished this far back. I don't know what's changed that everybody thinks that he's going to fall that far back. I mean, 5 spots from 1 year to the next.
Well, I think a lot of people didn't realize the way that I just did, and that he finished at 9 last year. I had in my mind that he finished at like 15 last year.
Yeah. No, but
it was also a down year for quarterbacks over the whole
season.
in total, but that's across the board.
Right,
so
right.
if everything moves up, then they kind of they got to play part in it a little bit. You know, so I just think if you can get a guy who is going off at 15 and he gets you 11 even, that's still huge value. You know what I mean? Like, you can still get big value out of him, especially if he's your second QB and he can be your QB1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, my first one off of my list, I'm going to go with is Josh Downs. Josh Downs right now is going on 104 overall, wide receiver 47.
That's kind of crazy. There's a lot of people talking trade value on him and everything, and putting like late first and early second
in dynasty.
Plus
I feel like the hype is growing, so I don't know that he'll be there later.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, for me right now, if you're doing early drafts, he's somebody you should snag up quickly.
Absolutely.
Because you're talking about a guy. They don't have any target monster right now outside of Tyler Warren, maybe. But Alec Pierce is not a target monster. He's a downfield guy, and so Josh Downs is going to be. He's a potential 120, 130 targets type guy, and he hasn't got that since he's been in the league, but. This
Pittman's gone.
This is 4th year. Pittman's gone, so that's a ton of targets. Pittman was a 140 target guy, and so Pierce is like 80, 85 targets. Maybe he might hit 100, but he's only going to catch 70 of those, and so I just think Downs could be that. Timu freaking Amon-Ra this season.
Absolutely.
So to get him down there, you could potentially be getting a guy that is going to finish in the top 15 a wide receiver. So that's my first one off the list. Who you got over there, Bus?
I would like to see who is at RB. Let's go with RB 32.
Who's currently running back 32?
Yeah.
Well, that's 42.
That's 42, yes.
Going the wrong
what we got here?
direction.
There's 34.
There's 34, 33.
32.
Rico Dowdle.
Rico Dowdle. Think about that. Now, who is at 33?
Kenneth Gainwell.
Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah.
I know you kind of like Kenneth Gainwell, but who's at 34?
Manungai.
What
Kyle
guy?
Manungai.
Oh, Manungai.
Who's at 35?
Blake Corum.
All right. Well, I know a lot of people are going high on Blake Corum right now, but it is what it is. But at RB 36 is a guy who has been an RB1 every time he's on the field.
Yeah.
Except for when he's injured. And that's the reason he is at RB 36. J.K. Dobbins is going off at 107 right now. Now, you have to keep in mind that he might not be there the whole season. There's a really good chance he won't be. But when he's on the field, he's going to give you high-end production for the first part of the season.
Yeah.
And you will have time to hopefully snag some of these up-and-comers off the waiver wire by the time he goes out. If you get really lucky, he'll give you 10 games, 12 games.
What did he play last year? How many did he play last year? 12?
10 games.
10
games?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he only averaged, he had 18 and 20 carries twice, but he averaged like 14 or 15 carries.
He doesn't need a lot of work to be really good.
And still put up,
how many, what about his pass sack? Because he's out there for pass catching too.
He didn't have hardly any passes. Like, I want to say, I'm not looking at the full numbers.
Now, he is a good pass catcher, though, even though they weren't using him that much.
Yeah, last year they didn't use him that much in the pass game. It was mostly on the ground.
But the other good thing is they didn't really address the running back position in the draft.
I
think R.J. Harvey is just a glorified Justice Hill, so I don't see him pressing anything.
You think he's that good?
J.K. Dobbins, I think, is the dude. I think they want him to be the dude. I think Sean Payton loves him, and his story is great. One day, it's going to be awesome to see J.K. Dobbins 30 for 30 or whatever documentary because of the shit he's battled through and still been highly successful when he has been healthy and on the field.
Yes.
If we had 8-week seasons, this dude would dominate.
Oh, he'd be the GOAT.
yeah.
I mean, he'd be the GOAT.
He'd be up there with McCaffrey.
Yeah,
exactly.
He'd be the GOAT, man.
Bijan and McCaffrey level.
I wasn't.
It's insane.
I've stayed off him, but you got to draft J.K. Dobbins in the same sense that you drafted Rashee Rice last year. knowing you're gonna miss weeks, but when you get him, it's gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But at least you get to start the season with him, knock on wood.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's definitely. I love this pick. I mean, I'm waiting as long as I can and grabbing him at best chance I can. I mean,
Yeah.
he's definitely somebody that's going to help you through the first 4 or 5 weeks, to where you're not going to have to stress come near playoff time. Like, oh, I have to have this win to make playoffs.
Right.
If he helps you win the first 3 weeks, you're 3-0 going into this. It's all worth the draft pick.
Yeah.
Especially this late. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
Bro, look through it. I mean, so many times he gives you over 20 points a game.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
He's. I had him last year, and he was one of my late round pickups, and I loved it until he got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you gotta be, if you're gonna draft J.K. Dobbins, you have to mentally prepare to go, okay, if I grab let's say I grab J.K. Dobbins right now, you get him a little earlier than his ADP, so you know you get him. You got to look at what your next best what options are, or who you're going to grab before him to kind of stack that running back situation.
Absolutely.
I mean, you grab Tony Pollard and then grab J.K. Dobbins.
Right now, you're drafting him where he is, so far down the list, you should already have 3 running backs in your lineup.
That's what I'm saying. So this is
RB4.
you can play him
He's a
for the
flex
first
play,
few weeks.
so-
It doesn't even matter. You know, that's
You're drafting him at a flex play right now anyway.
exactly.
I guess right at the end of RB3, right at the turn of RB3, RB4.
Yeah.
But if you take him earlier, you know, he could be your RB3 starting the season. You're going to dominate if you drafted right.
Correct.
All right, well, who you got next there, Baker? Or do you got somebody?
I got an idea of somebody that I feel like I didn't realize he was going this low. I had a list, but this seems crazy to me. Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yeah.
At
I almost wrote him down, too.
Wide receiver 48.
Forever underrated.
Yeah.
Well,
2 years in a row over 140 targets.
he's a smaller guy,
Yeah.
but he's going to a team that absolutely needs what he brings to the table.
Yes.
I mean, and he can walk right
And
in.
he got paid to do it. I mean,
He could walk right in and do exactly what he's done the last 2 years, and just
yeah.
at 30. What's he right there?
He's
48?
wide receiver 36.
48. Wide receiver 48.
sorry.
Down.
Wide receiver 48, 109th overall.
So what did he? You know what he finished last year?
If I had to guess, I'd say wide receiver 22.
14. He
Oh,
was
wow.
wide receiver 14 last year.
Yeah.
The year before that, wide receiver 36.
Yeah, but that was still on 140 targets. They were just shallow targets.
It was very shallow. It's minimal. He only had 700 yards, but
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at an offense that's probably gonna. I'm going to say explode, but probably going to do, compared to last year,
Yes.
explode.
He's going to the coach who coached him in in New York. So it's not like he's going to a completely new system that he's got to learn. He does have to learn the new quarterback, but he's signed with a team that's going to be running his system with an offensive coordinator that already knows what he can do.
Yep.
So he's not having to reprove himself. They paid him to come in and be the guy. He got one of these sweetheart wide receiver deals during free agency. I'm big on Wan'Dale this season.
I wasn't mad at his deal. Like, there's been some that is like, I don't understand, but this I get. Like, they see the talent, they see the potential.
He's a target earner.
They see what he brings to the table, what he brings to this offense. And I mean, if you're drafting him at 109, wide receiver 48 or 46,
you're getting him for free, basically.
Essentially, I mean, this guy can literally finish
top
wide
15.
receiver 15.
Yeah.
And that's 30 spots ahead. 30 spots up. That's insane value
steal.
to me. He should at least be up in the 20s.
I think he's in the
40,
same kind of boat with Josh Downs. I think they're going to climb.
It's going to climb up when people say, especially with training camp and everything going on. But right now, that's probably the biggest steal I've seen. Kind of just scrolling through this because. I play off the cuff. I have one name written down that was Pollard, and I'm like, I'll just guess the rest as we go. But yeah, no, that to me, I saw the name and I'm like, wait a second, hold up, and boom, look at him.
Hold up.
He has improved every season that he's been in the league.
That's what I'm saying. He's done nothing but put up better fantasy numbers. I mean,
he's going to be one of those at the end of his career, one of those great journeymen.
He'll be a guy we're talking about years. Like, man, you remember Wan'Dale Robinson?
Yeah,
that
like
dude
Rex
was always
Burkhead.
Just did it.
Nobody ever wanted him, but somehow he was always great.
Yeah, exactly. He always did good.
He was always like, just like man. I remember I won 2 championships with Wan'Dale in my flex.
Just putting up wide receiver 1 numbers, and I drafted him in the 10th. Nobody was even looking at him. But
right at the top of the list, going as the first pick in the 6th round, is Brian Thomas Jr. He's somebody I'm big on this season. I think he's going to revert back to form. I'm not going to say a top 4 wide receiver like he was his rookie year, but he definitely has the potential to be a top 12 wide receiver. I don't think he lost the ability to play football. I think there possibly was dealing with some sort of nagging injury. Maybe his attitude wasn't in the right place. Maybe him and Leonard Cohen didn't get not Leonard Cohen.
Leor. No, Leor is the music producer.
Liam Cohen.
That's it,
Who
yeah.
the fuck is Leor?
Leor, that was head
Leor.
of Def Jam Records.
Oh, really? His name was Leor?
Leor.
God, I
yeah.
would punch my parents if they named me
He
Leor.
took over for, the old Def Jam guy with the big beard.
Yeah.
Famous producer.
Oh my God, Rick
Rubin.
Rick Rubin.
Yeah, he took over for Rick Rubin at Def Jam.
Gotcha. But I think Brian Thomas Jr. Potentially could be a wide receiver one and a steal right now. You're getting him a wide receiver 34. He's going to finish, I think, higher than that. Last year, even on a down year, I may be wrong. I think he finished higher than 34 last year. I should have probably looked that up before I say that, but yeah, it was absolutely a down year last year.
Yeah.
Oh, he finished at 42, 43. He only had 91 targets. He only played 14 games, so he did miss some games. And, he caught right at half those targets. So he had 133 targets the year before when he played the full season, finishes as wide receiver 4. He also had 10 touchdowns. He only had 2 last year. So if he starts reverting back to the mean a little bit, even if he just goes up to 6 touchdowns and, he gets 100 targets, he's definitely going to be higher than 34. So, when you're in these mid rounds, it's like, do I go and draft a guy that I know is going to finish, a Ramondre Stevenson, who's being RB29. He's probably going to finish at 29. Very little upside in Ramondre. Or do I go and draft a guy like Brian Thomas Jr., who's at 34, who could potentially be a top 5 wide receiver?
Always take those guys who have done it before.
Yeah.
In those rounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Swing for the fences, man. That's how you win championships.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Because if you hit on him in the 6th round, you've already had 5 rounds where you should have got your core guys anyway, and you hit on this dude in the 6th round. It's like if your flex is a wide receiver 1, that's money in the bank.
Yeah, I never want to take those guys. Like, here I am drafting at 75. This guy finishes 75 every year.
Yeah.
Why not take him? No, that's stupid.
That's dumb. Yeah,
Do not take him.
Upside is the way you win championships. Upside is the way you should draft when you get into the later rounds.
100%.
The only thing I would push back on is I still think Travis Hunter is going to be one of the greatest players we've ever seen.
I think he's going to be one of the greatest players. I don't see Travis Hunter getting more than 80 targets, if he's going to play both sides of the ball.
I would love for him to get 80 targets.
That's what I'm saying. If he gets 80,
he's that damn good.
Oh, if he gets 80 targets, that means he's got a really good year at wide receiver.
Yes.
So you give him 80 targets. Parker Washington, he's going to
disappears.
Yeah, and so it's if Brian Thomas Jr., he was a special talent his rookie year. He was up there in talks with top wide receivers, and then last year he just lost it. We don't know what happened, and there was murmurs that he was dealing with a foot injury or an ankle injury and stuff like that. And then so it's just what do we got to do to get him back? And if he can get on the same page with this offense and with his quarterback, and he's feeling healthy, look the fuck out is the way I feel. I've been targeting him in Dynasty with people trying to get rid of him. I picked him up in a couple leagues, and so I'm definitely biased, but.
Hey, those prolific offenses, you always, I can't say always, but many times you see 2 guys prevail like that.
Yeah,
you remember
sometimes 3.
Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown for 2 years with, the Eagles. There's certain offenses that can feed
Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel
for 1 year.
I'm trying to Julio and who went to the Titans?
Calvin
Ridley.
Yeah.
Who's still with the Titans.
I was trying to think of his name the whole time.
It's like that. I don't know, like when Brian Thomas emerged his rookie year, it was like he was the only offensive weapon target outside of Evan Ingram. There was those 2 mouths to feed at the time. And then last year they had Travis Hunter, they had Parker Washington emerge, they had the Brenton Strange, they had, it was like there was so many other options kind of playing around. It was like they went through an offensive
explosion last year too. They do spread the ball around 1,000%.
If things start coming to like kind of what it should be, Brian Thomas is going to be the beneficiary. I
think
he's
so,
going to be.
If he
Travis
reverts-
Hunter will as well. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. He's super talented. I just think that's where they rely. That's where they
Yeah.
need to be. And sometimes like we saw it with, the Saints of the 2010s and 2015s where they all of a sudden they don't have a guy. They have 30 guys, for a couple years until all of a sudden the guy comes up, and I think that this year could be when it brings it back. We know the talent's there.
Yeah, and it's only his third year in the league.
That's what I'm saying.
So
it's still super new. Yeah.
All right, how many more you got on your list, Buzz?
That's it. I could not find a tight end that I wanted.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to hit these last couple that I have, and these aren't really. These are dart throws, and we just mentioned about upside and what you need to be targeting. So at running back, we talked about him. I would definitely take J.K. Dobbins over this guy, but Rico Dowdle going off at 85-32 overall in a offense that just got rid of a running back that had 1,012,000,000 targets. Now I still think Jalen Warren is going to be the guy, but we just saw Rico Dowdle could steal what he stole from Chuba last year, where he had that stretch run where he was carrying people on their back. And so I think he's worth a dart throw based off of what he's been able to do the last couple of years at running back 32. And then another running back that I'm also targeting, speaking of Chuba Hubbard, is Jonathan Brooks. Jonathan Brooks was considered the best running back in his class when he came out. He was coming out of college dealing with a knee injury. Then he re-injured that knee, and he missed a whole nother season. We have yet to even get a glimpse of what his ability is in the NFL. But right now, he's looking great in camp and OTAs. His speed is there. He's feeling healthy. And I think this Panthers offense, I don't expect them to be a very prolific offense, but it is definitely on the rise. And if they can get a solid running back, Jonathan Brooks is a better athlete than Chuba Hubbard by a mile. And if he can go out there and prove to be an explosive player, he will take touches away from Chuba. And you're getting him at 110th overall, running back 48. So it's those are the kind of dart throws I'm looking for when I'm in those rounds. And like I said, Jonathan Brooks was considered the best running back in his class, and then injuries have stolen some years from him. But
oh yeah, that's definitely somebody I'm taking a chance on.
Yeah. For sure. All right. Well, there it is. That's the list. There's some other. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these rounds that if you're looking in super flexes, I would still be looking at some of these players over them. Jaden Higgins is still interesting to me down in Houston just based off of his speed size combo, but he's still a dart thrower. We haven't really seen what he can do. Aaron Jones is back, and you're getting him at RB39. He's somebody that you can target late rounds if you're looking to fill in a flex spot.
Baker will take him.
Oh, absolutely.
All the damn time.
Yep.
Look,
Rashad White's
eventually
interesting
the
to me.
wheels will fall off. I love Rashad White right here.
Yeah,
I was going to
just
bring
based
him
off
up.
of pass catching. There's nobody currently on the roster with Washington. I mean, I don't think Krosky Merritt. I don't think he got a target last season. So there's nobody that's really going to challenge him for the pass work. And
they have Jerome Ford, who
I mean, I guess
had a couple targets here or there, but I mean,
They didn't bring Eckler back, right?
no.
Yeah.
but there's nobody that like pass catching, dump off, downs. Oh no, he's scrambling. Rashad White's his efficiency is beyond anybody's recognition of a running back that can catch the ball.
Yeah.
I think he's like 91%.
Oh, you talking about not his efficiency, his catch percentage.
His catch percentage.
Yeah, he's in the 90s.
It's like 91, 92% of balls that are thrown to him, he catches. It's insane.
It's bonkers.
He doesn't do much with it, but he catches
his
every one of
efficiency
them.
is garbage, but he gets a lot of volume.
Yeah, he does, and this is a big part of Washington that they need.
Washing beard.
Washing what?
You remember that's from the East West Key and Peele, the East West.
Oh yeah.
Every time I hear Washington, my brain immediately goes to Washing Beard because that was one of the names of one of the players in the East West Bowl.
I mean, he's the running back who's been in the top 20 2 years out of his career, just based solely on catches. I mean, a lot on catches anyway. So
volume, yes.
exactly, and so it's like This is an interesting.
He's a prolific catcher of the football.
He really is. He's better than a Samaje Perine.
He
People still talk
usually
about
gets
him
tackled immediately, but
but he catches the ball
in PPR,
and he is a darling in PPR leagues.
I mean, he's averaged 40 receptions every year he's played in the league.
Yes,
as a running back,
off of 41 targets.
Exactly, exactly. Last year was 45 targets and 40 catches.
Yes.
Then he had 57 and 51. Then he had 70 and 65. Then 58 and 51.
That's insane efficiency.
It's crazy for a running back, and he had
But
6.
how was his yards per catch? Like 2?
Yards per target.
They're all
is
screens.
4, 6, and 7, but yards per catch is 5, 7, and 7.
Yes.
So it's the same as the catch. Yeah, exactly.
That's because he catches all his targets.
Exactly. He catches them and then he falls. He gets tackled, which is what he does when they hand him the ball too. So I mean,
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's not a whole lot of competition there for
Krosky
touches.
Merritt. I don't know. I'm not a fan of him. And like I said,
he had opportunity last year to do something, and he just doo-dooed.
He had one amazing week in playoffs for everybody. Like that was it. Krosky Merritt.
I don't think so. I don't remember him doing shit in the playoffs.
I think
not in the playoffs.
I think it was like the first round of
Did he?
playoffs was when he had that 31-point week or something.
I don't remember that, but I didn't have him anywhere, so maybe. So
Yeah, most people had dropped him to the waivers by then.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause he was doo-doo Browntown.
Yeah.
Nobody played him that week.
I had my wife pick him up off of waivers in our league, so because she's like, I need a running back, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, go pick up Krosky Merritt.
She should learn to use her words better. All she's going to say is blah 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 blah.
Week 17, they played against Dallas. He was RB7. He had 11 carries for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Well,
That was week 17, so that would have been
Made
the
a
last week of
comeback.
playoffs. Yeah, that's the only week
Where's Krosky going right now?
hopefully
just anyone
home.
here, right there, running back 42,
42.
130 overall. I mean, he's a little bit of a value just because of the potential to get volume and touches.
He finished
He's a dart
33
throw. He's an
last
upside
year. I
play
mean,
for sure.
If he falls a little bit, I might take a chance on
Yeah,
him.
I would take a chance where he's at now, to be honest with you. But I would still rather have Rashad White if I was going to pick one of them.
He only had 175 attempts
For redraft.
805 yards and 8 touchdowns. So I mean,
That's better stats than I thought he had last year.
it's not terrible to look at when you look at the whole year.
Well, he
But
had
if you
some
look-
solid weeks early.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if you look at like the week to week, it was 14 points.
But go
1
look at his
point.
targets. How many
9
targets
points.
did he like? 2?
Oh, he didn't get any targets.
Yeah.
1 1 1 1 2 2 2 1 2 1 2 2 1 1 0 0 1 1 2 1 0 0 0 0.
Are you
0
speaking
0 0 0.
binary to me right now?
I am.
I think you just told me to go fuck myself in binary.
That's exactly. But if you played him on a week to week basis, you hated it. I mean, he got you 14 points week 1, then 1, then 9, then 6, and 26.
he's the definition of he was boom bust 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 boom bust boom bump bust bust bust
5
bust.
3 2
What?
4 3 3 2 3 15 8 22 2.
Hey, Matt Olson's done good
Oh,
yard.
yeah.
Matt Olson's gone 2 for 2 with 2 home runs today.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Braves are on fire, bro.
They are.
Braves
They
are
kicking
absolutely on
ass.
fire. Walt Weiss has got them boys playing some baseball.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there it
Dude.
is. There's some mid-round values. We will update this as we get closer. It is, the mid-rounds, I believe the mid-rounds is where you will make or break your fantasy season. If you can
100%.
if you can steal 2 players out of those 5 rounds that end up being upper echelon players, then as long as you drafted good early, but you can also make up for being a bad drafter.
Shitty draft, yeah.
That's if you
I live
screw
my
up in
life
the
by
early,
that, man.
and then you hit on those middle ones, you can save your season too. So
Javonte Williams won me a lot last season.
Yeah. He was these running backs we're talking about was who Javonte was last season.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That dude exploded. Had an amazing. He had the season we've been waiting on.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on, and I was still holding hope, and I grabbed him. And
Well, you
it
had
worked
to.
out.
You had to.
Oh, no,
you
it-
sold your soul for him.
Yeah.
And
To
it-
me,
and last year made it worth it.
Here's the thing: he
Like,
did that
it
in
took-
every league
Yeah.
that year.
What the crazy
that
part is?
preseason, what was it? 2020 before the 2023 year.
Yeah, it was. It was like
so
right
the
at that.
2023 preseason, Javonte was his dude.
I gave you the least amount
Yes.
for Javonte
Bro.
that I did anywhere else.
He went
Dude, I got
hard.
a haul from him.
Well,
Yeah.
I gave you you got some decent stuff from
Yeah.
me, but I gave way more other places. That was like a steal to me.
Yes.
But you know what worked out? He won me the championship last year
That's
in
all
that
that
same
matters.
league,
In
and
the
that's
end.
it.
Hey, yeah.
That's
That-
why it's like he
look,
spent
it
so
paid
much
off.
to get him. He had to hold him in all those leagues.
And he's worked his ass off to get me some championships this last year. So
yeah, and so,
I am kind of curious what I did give up to get. I remember yours wasn't as bad as what I did in some other leagues.
Yeah,
there were some picks.
Oh, did you? Hey, did you ever see the draft pick I sent you? Early?
Oh yeah, you know the thing about that.
I want you to know if you saw it,
Josh Jacobs.
If you saw that was sent to you long before he got in trouble.
Yeah.
I didn't wait till he's in trouble and try to make that deal.
I saw that and it was like really late at night, so I was like, I'll check on it tomorrow. I went to bed and I was think about it. I'll sleep on it,
Yeah.
and forgot about it for like a week.
Yeah.
And then I saw the news. I was like, "Oh shit! I forgot all about that trade offer." I went and looked at it, and it was like, "Oh, it's gone."
Yeah, I went to pull the trade back once I heard the news, and apparently I had already pulled it back.
Yeah,
because I don't like I start trying to put time limits on my offers because I'll forget about them, and then I'll be like scrolling through a team, and I'm like, "Oh shit! I've got this trade's been open for 3 weeks. If this dude would have blown his knee out, then and this guy accepts a trade, I'm screwed."
Yeah,
so I've gone and I try to put like 24 hours on any offer I send now, but that one I didn't. It sat there for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, it's going to be tough to get Christian Watson from me.
I know. Yeah, I was trying hard.
So I gave you Kenny Galladay.
Oh yeah! Did you?
And a 2022 first, which was Daniels at the time. So there's no telling what that was. And Big Mike's 2022 second, which was probably like the 202. Or 201.
Yeah, it was definitely early second.
For Javonte Williams. So,
so a first and a second.
A first and a second, and then Kenny Galladay, which, that probably
Galladay was just
messed it all up. Well, it was more of a,
Well, now I gotta go see who he drafted.
We gotta see who you drafted with the
that's a good question.
The 2022 first and second picks. You going to the draft?
Yeah.
We should do a whole podcast over the shitty shit drafts we've
could absolutely. I don't want to do that because I don't need to be reminded.
Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I fucking won that shit, and then other times I'm like, I did not win that shit at all.
With the you did good on Big Mike's pick because I can see it right here. You got George Pickens.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
For that for the 201, and then with my. You were picking, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. You got
7.
Yeah, the 1-7. You got Jameson Williams.
All right,
still not bad. So I mean, you got Jameson Williams, Kenny Galladay, and George Pickens.
Those are great. Those are really good picks.
Javonte Williams.
Do you still have both those players?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So those are 2 players that are staples for your team
and help your team, and my team's helped out too. So realistically, I'm not mad at that. That's a good trade. I mean,
I had traded away all my picks.
I commend you for not getting rid of him by then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, holding on to it.
I had traded away literally all my draft picks that year.
Sometimes you just know that dude's got he's got to eventually he's going to show up.
So, but I did end up getting one of Terrell's second round picks, and I took Traquan Thornton. That was a great pick.
Oh yeah, that worked out.
And then I got the 301. I took Tyler Algier.
Not bad.
That's not terrible.
Not with the third pick. And that still may come to.
I had Dulcich. I took in the 4th round. And then I had 2 picks in the 5th round. I took Isaiah Pacheco, which actually that was a pretty good pick because I got a couple years out of a 5th round pick. And then I took Abram Smith. You remember the converted linebacker who was a running back?
Who's that guy?
He was a converted linebacker who became a running back for the Saints. But I saw a piece on him online about how fast he was in college and how he's got that dog in him because he used to be a linebacker and he converted his last season to a running back and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hell yeah. And then he got cut like 2 weeks after he was signed to the Saints. And I don't think he's ever been on the team since.
So I gave up in double come to get Javonte. I got Javonte in a
Just call
second.
it DC. Okay?
Yes, please.
DC, yeah. So I got Javonte and a second for Kyle Pitts.
That's a good deal.
So
that's a really good
That
deal.
was back in 22 as well.
Yeah.
The same time as I tried to get that.
Who'd you trade that with?
Some team Bolo D's.
That's terrible.
But then I just traded away Javonte now. So
to me,
I gave you Javonte.
Yeah. What did I give you? I can't remember. I know Aaron Jones was part of the deal.
Yep. Aaron Jones and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
And I gave you Jalen Warren, Emeka Ibuka, and Javonte.
Yeah,
Williams.
I was about to say I got more than Javonte. Make sure we do the whole deal here. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just for Javonte.
Oh yeah, no. You got Javonte, Warren, and Ibuka.
Yes,
and I got Aaron Jones and Justin Jefferson.
Yep, I remember that.
But I still read it now and I'm still fine with it. I'm
still
really
good with it.
It's not a bad trade.
I need Egbuka to bounce back to make that deal look good. If he goes out there and trash can again, because Egbuka is the linchpin of that deal.
That's the
Jefferson replacement. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Jefferson, but to get a good running back for essentially Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones was a throwaway.
Well, and the cool part to me was I was giving up pieces that were beneficial, but to replace with a better piece in general.
Yeah, and I already got. And we're both competing in that league. We're also competing against a super team.
Yeah, I got Pickens and Flowers are my other two starting.
Hey, that's a good team name, Pickens Flowers.
Yeah, Pickens Flowers.
Dude, I think I just found the worst draft pick I've ever made.
Oh God!
I bet you won't even know the name of this.
What year?
This was 2023.
What round?
Round 4.
Oh well, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you don't hit on a 4th round pick,
but I saw him and I was like, when the hell did I draft that guy? It was one of those where you're like, I didn't even know he was a player. I drafted him.
Do you still have him?
You sure it wasn't an auto draft? You sure it wasn't an auto draft?
That's what it makes a difference.
Well,
if he's still on your team, that's what it makes a difference.
It was Tyler Scott.
Wide receiver with the Bucks, right?
Chicago.
Oh, was Chicago?
Oh, that's right. I do remember Tyler Scott. I had him on my taxi squad.
I feel like I had him on the taxi squad too.
Yeah,
dude's super fast.
Me,
and well, the thing was at the time we were looking down the road and like contracts were running out, and it's like Tyler Scott was the only guy that if everything stayed the way it was, he was going to still be on the Bears in 3 years.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I'll just keep him around and see if that ever comes to fruition. It did not. It did not come to fruition.
He scored a total of 38 draft fantasy points in his whole career. Yeah.
All right. Well, we can take the rest of this off air. I'm going to go ahead and shut this pig down. We're at hour 10. So, if anything we say or do helps you get to that average place in your leagues, that means we did our job. Because when you finish average, you don't finish last. So we hope you guys have a good one out there, and we'll talk to you on the flip side.
Later.
Deuces.
Holla.